Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. And I have a really fun, quick project for you to do. And that's making these cute little bookmarks. Now, you can make it with or without the bow at the top. You don't have to put that on, or you can put any kind of bow on it that you want. But this is a really easy bow to make with little squares of fabric. Now, I didn't put any kind of embellishments on here. These had cute little prints on both of these. This one, I added some rickrack in the center. Again, you don't have to do this, just showing you options. This, I added some little lace trim going down the center. Also, on this bow, I used fabric to wrap around the center. This one here has a little flower on it, just a regular round button, and this one over here is one of these novelty buttons that's in a shape of a flower. Okay, let's get started. The cutting instructions are listed below your YouTube screen in the description section. So just scroll down until you see the word more. Then click on it and that section will expand open. So you have your narrower piece of fabric and your larger piece of fabric. You'll also need a strip of interfacing. You'll need a strip of fusible interfacing. I recommend heavy fusible interfacing, but if you don't have that and you just have a lightweight or medium weight, you can still use that. It just won't be as stiff. So on your larger piece, you need to put the fusible interfacing on the wrong side of the fabric, the not so pretty side. And you want to center it inside of this larger piece of fabric. On your smaller piece of fabric, again, you want to put it on the wrong side of your fabric, and it is the same size as this piece of fabric. On your larger piece of fabric, you're going to be folding the two long-sided edges inward towards the interfacing. So fold it over until it's not quite at the interfacing, just a little ways back, and press it with your iron. Pressing is very important in having a successful bookmark. So then fold it over now over the top of the interfacing, and again press, and then go to your other edge and repeat that step. If you're going to use any embellishments in the center, then this, at this point, is where you need to put it on. This is after you have the fusible interfacing. So if you're going to use something like this, the lace, go ahead and cut it to fit and then stitch it where it's appropriate. For instance, right here, it's solid in there, so I would stitch there. Or put the rickrack on, stitch down the center of the rickrack, or a little ribbon trim. It's whatever you want to use. So if you're not using any other trim, then just go ahead and place this in the center. And if you are using trim, make sure that trim is on first before you place it inside. And then I would place a few pins to hold this piece in place. Place another one. Then go to your sewing machine and stitch real close to the edge, all the way down, and then go over to the other side and repeat that step. Now repeat that same step on your two smaller ends. Fold it in towards that center piece of fabric and press with your iron, and then again fold it over, and then stitch close to the edge along here, and again do it at the other end. So at this point, this is what it should look like. This is it from the front, and then here it is on the back. So you're going to bring the right sides of the fabric together, the pretty sides, and line them up, and then you're going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way around, but you want to leave this little opening. Make sure you backstitch a little bit on each side of the opening. And then when you're done stitching, you want to go to all 4 corners and cut some of the fabric off. You want to cut it down to where it's about 1/8 of an inch wide so that it looks like that. Now you want to turn it right side out. So reach in there and begin turning it front side out. After turning it right side out, make sure your opening edges are folded in so that it's straight across here. And then just stitch this close to the edge right here. Before you stitch it closed, make sure your corners are poked out as much as possible. Now you want to go down through the center doing a large stitch. It's like a basting stitch. So double your thread and put a knot at the end and just go right down the center. And then pull it and gather it up. Now insert the needle again and go right back through it. Doesn't need to be perfect, just as long as it comes out at the other end where your knot is. And again, pull it real tight, gathering it up. Then pull it all in, and then you're going to take the thread and wrap it around. So bring it around and tighten it as much as possible, and then wrap it around another 2 times, and that should be plenty. And then do a couple of little stitches in place to tie it off. So this is what it looks like at this point. So to cover the center of the bow, if you want to use the fabric, take your small piece of fabric and you're just going to fold it in like this. Just fold it over a little past the center, fold the other end over it, and then press it. Now you can either use needle and thread or hot glue, and you just wrap it around and put a little glue back there to hold it in place, or use needle and thread to wrap it, or excuse me, to hold it in place. So here's what the bow looks like when it is done.
Sorry, can you use that one more time?
So here's what the bow looks like when it is done. If you want to use something other than fabric to cover the center of the bow, you have a lot of choices. You're not limited. You can buy little packages of flowers if you want, and you can get them in the craft section. So my Walmart store does sell them at this point in time. You could probably go to other craft stores and find these little flowers or any other embellishment. If not, go through your button collection and see what interesting little buttons you have. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learned something new. I also hope you try this because these make great little gifts, especially for the Easter basket. You can make one with the little bunny on it and put whatever little flower button you want on it. So again, if you're interested in seeing other easy tutorials that I have, just scroll down to the description section. When you see the word more, click on it. That section will expand open and you will see all of the links appearing. Now don't forget to follow me on Instagram and make sure you check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.